afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first video on this new channel, Box to Box FM. Now, on this channel, we're going to be covering football games in general. We're going to start off with Football Manager. Eventually, we're going to get around to some other football games. Might even let you see how dreadful I am on FIFA, especially Ultimate Team. Give you all a good laugh. Let you see me get absolutely destroyed by probably some 13-year-old. First things first, though, something's got to be done to fix Manchester United. Now, over the last 30 years, we've seen the club dominate top-flight football, give us some memorable moments and players that people are never going to forget. However, since Sir Alex retired, there's been a bit of a drop in quality for the club. It's become more of a business rather than a footballing entity. As long as money's coming through the door, it seems like people are just happy to go with things. And, we're in danger of turning into Arsenal, so we definitely don't want that to happen. The plan is we're going to use Football Manager to see if we can turn Manchester United's fortunes back around, get them back into the title race, especially for this first season. I think that's going to be the goal. See if we can get in the title race, if not win the title in this first season. Now, we need to make signings in order to make that happen, so we're going to go over some of the players that are going to come in. There's one obvious player that's going to come in if you've seen the thumbnail to the video, which I'm sure you have. Now, let's get back to business. The first thing that we need to do is we need a manager. We need to put the man in charge who's going to revitalise the club. Now, there's only one man really that we can choose, and if you're observant, you can see it on the screen. It's the man who fired United to a lot of the success that we had back in the 90s. He was a catalyst, and I believe that he can get the job done for us. It is Eric Cantona. Now, I'm sure you can see that rather than try to create him using the games editor, I've just used the upload an image function. And I think you'll agree the results are magnificent. I mean, can you honestly say that that doesn't look like Eric Cantona? I think that you'd be lying if you said it didn't. Now, as far as the stats go, we've given him Continental Pro License International because, let's just face it, it is Eric Cantona. Now, I am going to slightly adapt this a little bit because he is an attacking genius. So, we want to put that up there. Technical wise, tactical wise. No, I think we'll leave all of those the same. And we'll leave his mental attributes as they are as well. I don't think we need to tweak any of them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get everything set up and selected, and I will see you in game. Okay, and here we go. As you can see, Manchester United have hired Eric Cantona, and from that thumbnail, I'm amazed at how good of a job that I've done in creating him. Now, Cantona's put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth 120k per week, so let's press forwards. We've got all of the usual stuff here, details about the club, the stadium, trophies. Let's keep going. Right, so here we have the squad. Hot prospect Mason Greenwood, definitely surprised it doesn't say Jesse Lingard in fairness. Now, a lot of these loan obligations are a problem. One thing that we are going to have to deal with, the players that have been loaned out already by Manchester United this season are going to be out on loan for us. However, that does mean we've got the signings in. So we've got Harry Maguire, we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We've also got Dan James, who I'm probably going to be bringing in to sit on this right-hand side. We'll see what kind of signings we can make. We'll have a look a bit more in depth when we get into the actual game. Now, here we go. This is what's going to be expected of us. Play entertaining football, a given. We're definitely going to be doing that. We're going to be looking to play high attacking football. We're going to be looking to get as many chances on goal as we possibly can. We're going to use the younger players, the faster players. We're going to use them to break down defences. Now, develop players using the club's youth system. Another thing that we're also going to be 100% getting behind. So I've not got a problem with any of this. Increase commercial revenue. Well, to be honest with you, I think that's going to be a bit of a byproduct of us actually winning trophies. We'll see that skyrocket if we can win the league this season. So that's not a problem as long as we're successful in what we want to do. We'll achieve that. Work within the wage budget. Now, I don't actually know what the state of the wage budget is at the minute. I've not done a United game on FM20 yet, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what that looks like. Now, end of the current season. This is what they're expecting of us from this season. So we're going to qualify for the Champions League. That is bare minimum requirements as far as I'm concerned. the FA Cup reaching the semi-final. I mean, I'd quite like to, but if it became a case of prioritising between these two as the fixture list gets a bit congested, I'm 100% going to be taking the Europa League because if we can win that, that guarantees us qualification into the Champions League. So yeah, that's a given. Yes, the Carabao Cup is not important. Now, become the most reputable team in England. Are we not? I would have thought that we already were, but okay. Become the most reputable team in the world. Okay. Don't know how we're going to be able to achieve that one in this first season, but we'll see how that goes. It doesn't look like it's going to be something that's overly demanded. I don't think we'll lose our job if we don't do that, as long as we can get some of these ones done. Long term, end of the 2021 season, Cantona's contract expires. They want us to be challenging for the title next. No, not next season, the season after. So they're not expecting us to challenge for the title for at least 2 more years. So we're absolutely gonna smash that to pieces. We're gonna get that done this season. Win the Premier League and continue to win the Premier League. Yeah, so they've got a bit of a 3-year plan in place for us. We're going to condense that down to 1 year. Yeah, we will schedule a press conference to meet the media. I'm not going to do the intra-squad friendly. I just don't see the point in it. Okay, and here we are now in the main screen. Let's get through the news nice and quickly. So we've got tactics introduction. I'm not going to bother taking any of the inductions. We've already gone over the club vision, so we can accept that definitely. Pre-season friendly. It's set to tactical. I think we can leave that as it is. Pre-season fitness report. Fosu Mensah's out injured and Bai. Is this the really bad injury for Bai? Yep. So we might as well not have Eric Bai in the squad. He may as well not be there. Squad selection rules standard. Transfers done. Oof, so we've already spent 150 million, but we've got the players in. Pepe's gone to Arsenal. Hazard's gone to Real. So all the transfers are in there. Finances wise, oh, that's not too bad. We've still got 100 million to spend, so we can get the transfer done that we need to get done in bringing Bruno Fernandes into the squad. Beyond that, I'm not too sure what we're going to get doing, but we're going to do the best we can. Yeah, I'm probably going to be doing that as well, changing the captains over to Pogba and Maguire, just because, like, I mean, who is the captain at the moment? Let's just have a quick look. I can't actually remember how. Oh, we'll come and have a look at this in a minute. But yeah, anyway, I'm probably going to be doing that. So, in fact, let's just bite the bullet and apply that now. That's done. So we're probably going to get some unhappy people, probably Ashley Young coming and shouting at me in the next few minutes, but that's fine. I can live with that. Tactics wise, now we're going to go with the Gegenpress, Gegenpress, Gegenpress. We're going to go with that. Formation wise, we're going to go with the 4-2-3-1 wide. It's very similar to the formation that United are using at the minute. And I do think it's a solid formation. You've got a nice, strong defensive wall back here, and then you've got your faster players there, and you use this midfielder here to kind of bridge the gap a little bit. You put this guy pushing forward, like literally everyone's just going to be pushing forward. You'll see what I mean when I've got it all set up. Now, as far as instructions go, we're going to have to work on that. So where is it that we work on that? Let's see. In fact, first things first, let's get the squad selected. So, I mean, we can do this ourselves, pick the best players for each position. So it's obviously going to be David De Gea in there. It's obviously going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka over here. Now, we're going to have Maguire and Lindelof, but I'm going to be trying to bring Tuanzebe through as quickly as possible. I'm probably signing a centre-back as well if we can, just because I don't really have all that much faith in Victor Lindelof. In real life, I mean, his stats are okay. There's much better players out there, And as Manchester United, we should be having some of the best of the best. Same with Luke Shaw, sadly. I mean, I like Luke Shaw as a player, but there are better left backs out there. That's not going to be one for this season. I think that we can stick with Luke Shaw for this season. We can probably stick with Lindelof and Tuanzebe for this season as well, but they are going to be players that we are replacing at some point. Now, Scott McTominay's got to come into the squad for now, but again, that's going to be a position where I'm probably going to be looking to strengthen, bring in a world-class holding midfielder if we can, play alongside Pogba, who's going to have a bit more license to get forward. I think we're going to put him on advanced playmaker with a support role, or possibly put him on deep lying playmaker with a support role. I think that might be a good option for him. Now, we're obviously going to have Bruno Fernandes in here, but failing Bruno Fernandes being in there, it's always going to be one matter for me. He's a phenomenal player. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. It's probably going to be Rashford out here just because I don't think he's as good a striker as Martial, who's going to take the front position. But Greenwood is definitely going to be getting kind of like brought into this and like nourished into a player that we're going to use because he is there's so much potential in there, just so much potential. I mean, look at that. He's yeah, he's definitely going to be one that we're going to be bringing into the squad. Now, over on the right, I am thinking Dan James just purely because of those disgusting pace and acceleration stats. He'll get through so many teams on this game. He will absolutely cut them up. And then we've got Lingard as kind of like a backup there for any of these front three positions, pretty much. And I like that. So it's showing us positions of strength here. So we're quite strong on this left-hand side. We're really strong in the middle there, but as you can see, the obvious weak spot is in here. It's definitely going to have to be something that we arrange. Let's see if Mickey Boy agrees with me. Quick pick McPhelan. Let's see. He's put Lingard in the number 10. Silly boy. Silly boy. He's put Dalot there, but I think that was because Wan-Bissaka was travelling, so I'm confident that he'd put Wan-Bissaka there. So yeah, so we're going to work on that. Now, like I've said, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to get a transfer in place for Bruno Fernandes. So, no, actually, let's get the staff in place first. Let's get staff. In fairness, we look quite well staffed. We could definitely do with improving the coaching situation, though. I mean, if we go to training, where would we see it? No, it'd be on coaches. Let's have a look. So all the workloads are light, but we are lacking. We're only getting 3 stars there on the attacking. We're only getting 3 stars on goalkeeping for some reason. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to need to improve this. So I mean, we're definitely bringing in an attacking coach, and we're definitely going to bring in. Well, we might bring in a goalkeeping coach. I may actually just bring in a fitness. I may actually bring in a defending coach as well, because that's only 3 stars. So yeah, so we're going to bring in a defensive coach and we're going to bring in an attacking coach, both of which are going to be on the technical side of things. And then yeah, we're going to have a look at some signings for players. We're definitely going to make an offer for Bruno Fernandes. That's happening, and try and get him at a good price. But then we're going to look at other players that we could potentially bring in. Especially for those positions that I've just identified there. The dynamics are quite bad, but once we start winning, well, yeah, once we start winning games, that'll turn around definitely. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of staff members signed up. I'm going to bring in Bruno Fernandes and possibly someone else, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We've managed to get forwards all the way to the end of the transfer window. We're here 9th of August now. You can see that we've done a bit of business, so let's go straight into it. Transfer-wise, what we've done is transfer history. So, made a few signings here. We brought in Bruno Fernandes. That's cost us 46 million, so about half of the budget altogether. Really happy with the signing. The player's brilliant. His performance has been quite good. He's not got any assists yet, but 6 appearances, 3 goals, average rating of 7.62. Can't really complain about that. So we'll see more from him as the season goes on, I'm sure. Other than that, we grabbed Julian Weigl for a centre defensive centre midfielder, just to kind of beef up that midfield. We were going to look at Van der Beek, but I think that he would probably conflict with Bruno Fernandes a bit too much and eat into his game time, well, or miss out on game time because he's competing with Bruno Fernandes. So Weigl was the next best option. McTominay is going to need a rest at certain points. So yeah, we brought him in. And then one for the future. We picked up a young 19-year-old centre-back. His potential ability is quite good. His stats are good. We're taking a risk on him. We'll see what happens. See how it goes. It's a bit of competition for Twanzeba. As far as players going out, we managed to get Nemanja Matic out the door. We got him out to West Ham for 10 million. potential cost, including add-ons, 11.25. So the board were not very happy with that deal, but I'm not too bothered. He's out the door. He's not going to be whinging about not playing in a couple of months' time. So that's completely fine. And then other than that, we got Rojo out on loan to Wolves. I believe that there is a fee of around 12 million if they want to sign him up at next season. But again, he was going to be one who'd get very few games, because the core of the defence is going to be Maguire, Lindelof, and Twanzebe. Then you've got Jones hovering about on the fringes as well. Rojo's fifth in line. If it's going to be a cup game, I'd want to try and, if that young French lad doesn't go out on loan, if Batista Mendy doesn't go out on loan, I'd like to try and play him. Do you know what I mean? He's not got the worst stats, so it would be nice to give him a game. Now, as far as the club info the club vision goes, they're happy, like I say, happy with the positive change in the atmosphere in the changing room, and that's happened due to the fact we've won a few games, brought a few players in. They're happy with that. Pleased with the financial aspect of the Bruno signing, aren't we all? And delighted with the financial aspect of the Weigl signing. Now, the fans, let me just see here. Do we get the fans? Fans are happy with the transfers as well. So yeah, everything's looking good so far. Not really seeing any major issues. The dynamics have improved. Everything's green now. Pogba's not happy, obviously, because we're not in the Champions League. So we've promised him that if we don't qualify this season, he can go. We're definitely going to qualify, but I'm almost certain he'll go anyway. So we need to be looking forwards to that. See who we can bring in to replace Paul Pogba. And Bailly, unfortunately, due to the injury, he's not going to get enough games. So he's probably not going to get a work permit. So we need to try and get him a move out of the club. That's not really forthcoming just due to the fact that he's injured for the next 7 months, is it? Let me just see. 5 to 6 months. So yeah, no one really wants to pick him up. We'll try again in January. Hopefully we can get him moved on in January and see him off somewhere. But yeah, as you can see, we had a bit of a shaky first game, but then it's just win, 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 win. And now we've got Bournemouth. Ooh, straight after that we got the Liverpool game. So the next video, I think what we'll try and do is we'll try and get the Bournemouth game and the Liverpool game both done. And see how we go from there. You never know, we might be able to get a few more people out the door, that are a bit surplus to requirements. As far as the staffing goes as well, we did improve that. We've still got space for 2 more staff members though, which I think is a bit of an issue. I'm sure that I did bring some staff in. Let me just see if we've got any job offers. Yeah. So we've got job offers going on at the minute. Once those 2 come in, that'll boost the training as far as, where is it now? There we go. That'll boost the defensive training, the technical side of it. I can't remember where it was we saw it now. I think it was yeah, there you go. So as you can see, we've already got a lot of these pushed up. Not really touched the goalkeeping though. May need to improve that eventually. But De Gea's a monster in goal, so I can't see us having a major issue. As far as the finances go, we've spent a lot of money this transfer window. We spent 250 million. I think it was where's the transfer roundup now? Yeah, we were the biggest spender at 241 million. Villa with 17 signings though. And yeah, not much else happened in the transfer window, to be honest with you. I mean, if we just go and have a quick look at the overview in August, sort it by fee, so we get the biggest ones. Nothing really happened in August. Milic has gone to Liverpool from Napoli. That's quite an interesting move. Savic to Man City from Atletico Madrid. That's also another quite interesting move. Excuse me. Umanias has gone to AZ. Yeah, so there's not really been anything massive there. The bulk of the transfers are going to be in here. So we've got Grimaldo has gone to Liverpool. So Liverpool spent quite a bit of money and strengthened up. They spent what, 44 million there. They spent 51 million there. So they're definitely going to be pushing for this. Like I say, if we go back to where was it now? Yeah, if we go back to the competition, the Premier League, the season preview, like you can see, City and Liverpool are sat up there. It's still giving City off as the favourites, and most of the team of the media dream 11 is City players, Liverpool players, and then 2 of ours, Pogba and De Gea. So we're going to get that changed. By the end of the season, I'm expecting at least half of these positions to be filled with United players, just because I'm confident that we can do this. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video. Give us a like and a subscribe, and if you've got any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments below. Like I say, next episode, we should be getting both games, the Bournemouth and the Liverpool game, out of the way. So thanks very much for watching. Take care.